Welcome everybody to a quick tour of our newest feature, WodBoard Communities. Communities are a digital space where your customers can interact with each other. It is not a social network. There's no concept of a profile or followers, or for that matter, ads or data selling or any of the bad things that you get with a social network. So communities are a space for people to interact, and they're more akin to an internet message board or perhaps a Facebook private group if you could pull it out to Facebook. In fact, generally we quite like Facebook private groups here. We thought they solved the problem quite well. The problem is, of course, that no one really logs into Facebook anymore, so they don't go to your private group. There's also Instagram, but that doesn't really have a concept of group. And there's WhatsApp, which some gyms have managed to use, but it doesn't work great for a number of reasons. Firstly, you have to actively manage joiners and leavers. Secondly, people tend to mute busy groups and just ignore the messages. And finally, when you join a WhatsApp community, it makes your phone number viewable to all, which understandably people aren't very comfortable with. So there's all these problems with the existing solutions, and of course there's also a bunch of people nowadays that aren't on social media at all, so they just miss out completely. So communities are our attempt to solve all these problems, and of course it's available to all because everybody has the WodBoard app or uses the website to book into classes. So let's go take a look. So here we have the dashboard that your customers know and love with the consistency graph and their bookings, and then down below you'll see the new communities feature. So the first thing to note is the styling is quite reminiscent of Facebook private groups. We, as I mentioned, really like the way that works, and we use that for inspiration. So you can see here you get the posts, a bit of a snatch fail going on there, and these just sort of scroll down into an endless stream, pretty much like any social network works. If I go to this story and try and add a like, you can see there's different choices of reactions, and what you'll actually get available there will depend a little bit on your business type. So if you're a gym, you get a strong arm, for example, on the end here. If you're a yoga studio, you'll get like the namaste symbol. Doing a new post is really easy. You just click, type your message, and then if you're on desktop, you can drag files across. Or of course, if you're on mobile, this all works seamlessly as well, and it'll just access photos and videos from the phone's camera. So we can post that like so. It appears instantly in the stream, and then also if you wanted to tag people when you're commenting, you can do that as well, and they'll get notified by their phone or their email that you've done that. By the way, I said this was not a social network. You can see here you can't click through to anyone's profile or anything like that. You can actually click through to the group if you just wanted to see messages from that one group, but that's all you can do. If you're a gym owner, it's really easy to get this set up. Head to settings and then business details on your admin side and click through to communities, and there you can click the button to create a new community. Now you'll see the first option here is visibility. At the moment there's only one option there, which is all customers, but we'll shortly be introducing a new option where you can create private groups. So for example, you can have a group just for the nutrition challenge. We also then have whether customers can post to it or only staff can post to it. So groups that only staff can post to are really useful for announcements. And then finally, if you're a multi-location gym, you can type to a location and choose whether that's people's home location or just the locations they've got access to. So you can create as many groups as you want, and then they'll all seamlessly merge together in the news feed on the customer side. So they'll be able to see the groups, but from their point of view, it'll just be one feed that they access and read. So that's pretty much the tour. This has been a highly requested feature to do something along these lines for many years, so we're really glad to get this out there. If you're a gym owner on WodBoard and you're having to play with it, please send us your feedback. We love hearing how new features work when we roll them out. So yeah, please do get in touch and let us know how it's working for your gym.